How are we getting on, folks? Um, I think the best thing we can do today is write it off completely. Very, very poorest, possibly the poorest I've been definitely a few weeks anyway, if not longer. Um, it just goes to show that you can always be knocked from the top. Um, I'm not going to spend too long at this. Uh, I was to make a long story short, I was horse riding there tonight, and I just got I got the worst fall I've ever gotten on the back of a horse tonight. I'm a little bit sore all along down the left side, so I'm a little bit uncomfortable. If I let a few grunts or groans out of me, just I suppose take it into account. It just goes to show that these jockeys that put their lives on the line deserve the height of respect. At the end of the day, nobody knows what it's like to get a fall or get a bad fall until I suppose they get up in the back of a horse itself. Like I know I wasn't riding close to a thoroughbred there now tonight, but I still got a bad fall. I still got a bit shook up out of it, but look at the lads that do it on a daily basis and put their bodies through absolute hell to just get up every day and ride out it deserves the height of respect in my personal opinion. It's flat racing tomorrow. As you all know, I'm not really a flat tipster or expert or whatever you like to call it. But I'm just going to give, I suppose, a quick run down through the card, what I like, what I don't. I'm not going to spend all day at it. I'm just basically going to give a quick run through. If people want to follow me, they can. If they don't, I fully understand. I'm not putting a gun to anyone's head or anything like that. But it's just more so for instance sake, um, or interest sake. Let's just say. First race 135. We're going to go with matchless at 1 to 2. Really and truly, at the end of the day, this horse shouldn't be bet. Had a very nice debut. Any sort of progression at all, it should see it over the line. Joseph's is the worry. Obviously another bit of a progressing horse, but I don't think it'll improve as much as this matchless will. And for a team that like to have a few winners around Listowel, Aidan O'Brien, I'm sure will have this matchless primed to the very last. 210. We're going to go with Philly's Hope at 8 to 1. This is an each way shout, but I definitely think that's possibly the best each way that I have here now today. I can't really see anything else to trouble it, bar the favourite, obviously, but it has ran fairly well behind the favourite in the past. Any sort of improvement, it's getting, I suppose, it's in a nice draw, it's well positioned, it's well weighted as well to overturn the form with the favourite, so I definitely think 8 to 1 is a very, very good value bet. 245, we're going to go with Crystal Eye at 7 to 1. To be quite honest with you, this was more like throwing a dart at a dartboard. I can't really split anything here. This one does, I suppose, have a nice opportunity here. It's I look at it's worth it each way. I don't know a hell of a lot of these flat horses, and there's no point in me pretending that I do, but I definitely think this Crystal Eye, if it runs like the form book says it is, it should definitely get in for a place, and if that's the case, 7 to 1 is definitely well worth in each way. Now, the 320, we're going to go with the Partmentalize at 12 to 1, another each way. It's got some nice form about it. I suppose it's been there or thereabouts without getting its head in front, basically. It shouldn't really need to improve a hell of a lot more. It should, I suppose, any sort of normal improvement, basically, at the end of the day, it should be well able to, I suppose, challenge more so than win. I'm not going to tip up anything really to win, bar the nap and the next best. But yeah, it shouldn't really, I suppose, be troubled. Now the 355, this one is my nap of the day. I'm very surprised to see it at such a big price. It's Rocket Science. Currently trading around 7 to 2. This horse looks special. It's at the end of the day, it's definitely something down the line. It will have black type to its name, providing it stays free of injury or everything else like that. It's put up some very, very good runs this year. I was very impressed by the win it had in Galway during the festival. It was well tipped up that day. And yeah, I definitely think Shane Foley, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Shane is riding. I definitely think he's got a very, very nice one beneath him here now today, and it should take an awful lot of quality more so than horses itself to stop it here today. Now, quickly moving on from the nap to the next best, we're going to go with Keats at 11 to 4. Again, a very nicely bred. I don't even know what it is, whether it's a filly or a mare or a colt or a gelding or whatever it is. But yeah, it's very nicely bred. It looks the part. Other than that, I really don't know a hell of a lot more I can say to you, really. As you all know, I study the National Hunt more so than the flat. So an awful lot of these are, I suppose, big question marks over their head in terms of my predictions and everything else like that. But coming from the Aidan O'Brien yard, it should be very, very hard to stop. Now, another one in the 5 o'clock, we're going to go at San Martino at 9 to 4. Another one from the Aidan O'Brien yard with a very, very nice future ahead of it. Really and truly, it's got group entries down as the season progresses. But yeah, this San Martino, if what I'm reading is correct and what I'm seeing in the likes of the Racing Post and everything else like that, it should be hard to beat really at the end of the day. And I'd expect it at 9 to 4, but yeah, on the day I just don't know. Really, at the end of the day, it's got the best. It's the most, I suppose, attractive looking profile in a fairly decent card. But yeah, I definitely think San Martino at 9 to 4. It should be able to win a race like this. And the 550 last race of the day, the gamble is on. We're going to go with best on stage at 8 to 1. Paddy Toomey is the trainer, if I'm not mistaken, if memory serves me right. But there was a serious gamble going on this one. It was, I think I seen it was 16s, 12s, 10s, 8s, and more than likely, come race time tomorrow, it could well be favourite. Paddy likes to get his horses in form and likes to throw up an odd, I suppose, spanner in the works, and I definitely think that this one should be able to do it. It ran very well for a long way in the Ulster Oaks, and if it produces the same form, it should really be hard to stop. But yeah, it's possibly the shortest video of, I suppose, the YouTube career or whatever you like to call it. But I'm going to leave it there because I'm struggling a little bit now at this stage. Not going to lie, I'm in a little bit of pain at the minute, but there's no point in sitting down and feeling sorry for myself. I may as well just pick up and kick on, and hopefully out of those 8 horses, there's going to be 1 or 2 winners in there for E, and hopefully it'll take a fairly bad day into a fairly nice one now tomorrow. But yeah, look, I'm going to leave it there. Make sure to keep liking, sharing, subscribing. Check out the World of Sport website. I leave a link in the description below. But yeah, no, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks very much.